Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers, fellow toy nuts and toy collectors? This is Starscream 1988, and today I'm bringing you a very long overdue review, and this is a redo of a previous video that I made. This video I actually made 10 months ago, I want to say, maybe 11 months ago now. It was quite a while ago. As you know, this is, as you can see obviously here in front of you, as you read in the header, this is the Bandai Power Rangers Super Samurai Gigazord, and this is the completed version. This is the money-saving version of the Gigazord. For those of you that obviously do collect these, you know that it takes 3 of these guys, as you can see there, at $29.99 at best when they were first coming out. I think Toys R Us, I was actually picked them up at Toys R Us for $32.99, and then the extra appendages, the swordfish, the beetle, the lion or tiger, I should say, sorry, and what was the other one, and the Octozord. Those were what, $15.99, $16.99, depending again where you went. I think at best $14.99 at like Targets and Walmarts. So it got pricey. So $60 and $90, you're looking at $150 minimum. So this is a very cost-saving toy. Now, the reason I'm redoing this is because I had said back then, oh yeah, I'll see you in a week. That actually never happened. I customized it. Now, as you can see from the back of the packaging, let me kind of get this closer. Even the picture here is a little misleading. Unfortunately, when this first came out, and I'm kind of sorry that I didn't even record a little glimpse of what it looked like when it was plain. But the Octozord didn't even actually come with these blue lines. So that's pretty misleading. As you can see there, there's some black dots. So you can kind of tell that's misleading. Again, that didn't exist either. And the silver that you see on the tiger there, again, misleading. That never actually happened. And if I bring the box up a little bit, it almost looks like his legs for the Tiger Zord would be chrome. Again, very misleading. The eyes on the Octozord, again, misleading. That never existed. It was plain, ladies and gents. So what I did was, I customized it. I didn't spend too much time on it. It actually took me, I don't know, a few hours. I put a couple hours here and there, but honestly, no more than 5 hours. It honestly probably took me. And I honestly got bored of it, so I really didn't kind of finish it. I kind of go through it once I open it. But I honestly think this is what it should have looked like. So there it is in package, and I'll fix that there. So I think that's what we should have gotten as an end product. Unfortunately, we didn't, as you all know, for those of you that do own this. So again, I took the time to customize it, and it came out okay. It's not perfect. There's some color variances, and you can probably almost already see it there, and I'll tell you why that happened. But yeah, let's open them up and check them out. Okay, we are back. So there he is out of the package. Again, I kind of started from bottom to top, and so that's why there's a lot more detail on the bottom, especially with obviously his legs. And as I got to the top, I kind of, like I said, I kind of got bored. And the cool thing about it is I could always go back and redo it. But hopefully for those of you that do own this and you thought about customizing, then obviously kind of gives you a little bit of glimpse. It might help you out in your decision in wanting to revisit this toy, because I know a lot of people probably just kind of like shelved it already by now because it's not a big deal. But let me kind of lower this a little bit so I can give you a little bit of better detail here. Get it closer to the camera. Alright, so we'll start with the sword. As you all know, for those that have been watching the show, obviously the regular version of this, and if you own the regular Megazord, you would know this, Samurai Megazord, it's just totally gray. So what I did was, as you can see, I painted it silver, and I gave it some detail. So where the hilt is, obviously that's supposed to be like a gold color, but I did try to give it like somewhat of a wash, so it looks a little bit weathered. And then I gave it this black strap here, which all I did was use some tape, some blue tape and stuff like that, just so it can come out nice and even, as you can see there. And on the hilt, or I should say the handle, I painted it black. And I also I used the trick of using cotton, and if you paint something any color and you use cotton balls and you go around it, it kind of gives it that texture, so it looks like it's actually been wrapped. And again, that's something that nobody would ever notice, but I was just trying to be as detailed as possible. I was trying to use some of the old tricks. As you can see here, the end, the reason it scratches because originally when it went into his hand, and I kind of had to bore his hand a little bit, it was scratching. Because I forgot the whole, obviously you're using a couple layers of paint, so it got thick, so it would no longer fit in his hand. So that's why it scratched. But again, that's something I can detail later. Again, I try to, there's the symbol to the clan or whatever, so I painted that in gold. But I thought it came out okay. I was trying to originally engrave the whole inside in black, and I did do one side, and it didn't come out too well, and I couldn't really figure it out, so I just kind of gave up on it and said, you know what, it's going to be all silver, so it stayed like that. So anyway, I put that to the side. So one of the cool things that I thought I did was his feet here. As you can see, I wanted to distinguish the head from the actual feet, so I gave it a silver wash. And the trick that you do is you take the brush and you put it in thinner, and then you grab silver and you paint it over it, but then you wipe it down, so it kind of gives it that look. So I don't know if you can kind of see that, how it's a lot shinier than the rest of his body. And I just wanted to give it some detail, and I did that with the other side too. Of course, he had no eyes. They were strictly the color of the, it was just all blue and all green, so I gave it red eyes on both of them. Another thing that I did, and let me just kind of take it off, it just makes it easier. It's not 100% detail like the original, but I did obviously take it all apart. There's screws right there, as you can see. So I took out all the screws off, and I just painted one side blue, just like it is on the actual the American toy. I don't own any of the Japanese stuff other than Shinkingo, so I don't remember, and I really didn't look. But so this is supposed to be blue, and then obviously this side is gold, so I didn't have to touch that. I just left it alone. This should be in gold, these parts here, but I wanted it just to kind of give it better contrast, I thought. And I just love silver. Silver is one of my favorite colors, so I just kind of went silver crazy on this. So that's why I gave it the silver there, here, here, and here, just so again it's a little bit more distinctive. Now the actual toy is black, not all of it, but some of it's black, and then obviously the inside of the crest of the symbol is black. But on this one, for example, being the bear, it is supposed to be yellow. It was horrible. It kept running on me, so I did gold. And then, just to kind of keep it in the inside, I didn't use any tape. This I freehand, and I just used regular like test stores and stuff like that. So it was nothing big deal. And of course, I kept going through the back of it. Now, if I really would have taken the time, theoretically, this actually should have been gold here, from here to here. But again, I was just kind of, you get to a point that you just kind of want to finish it, so I just kind of did it all black. And as you can see, there's blue there, and then it's black there, and a little black on the heel there. So, and again, this is going to be on a shelf eventually someday, so it's not a big deal. So that's pretty much it for that. Same thing with her. Her being the Pink Ranger. This is supposed to be in pink, but pink just wouldn't catch. I ended up going to the store. I grabbed a hot pink. It wouldn't catch either. So I said, the hell with it. I did red. So it's, again, different from the show or from the original one, but whatever. Again, on this one, same thing. It's just as thick, so it's a pretty thick, mold. So I really should have probably painted this gold here all the way around. But again, I was just like, you know what, no big deal. I'm just, trying to make it better than what it was anyway. So I just went all silver because the toy is actually silver. It has more silver than for example, this having black. Again, painted the inside black, left that red there. And then, again, did the silver. All right. When it comes to the drill, I really wanted to do the blue here, because that would have been honestly very easy. You can just kind of tape that there, put some masking tape there, and I could have painted that blue, but at this point I was honestly getting kind of bored. But I did do a little bit better job than I think than even the manufacturer would. There's no color inside the original ones here, so I painted that gold, and I went around it very, very carefully with a 0.3 centimeter whatever brush. So that was all freehand. Did that all gold there, and then obviously painted this in silver. And it's easy because, again, you can unscrew everything and you can go nuts painting, and you don't have to worry about painting your other parts. So that came out pretty cool. Again, the blue would have been a better touch, would have been a lot more noticeable. Same thing on the other side there. When it comes to his body, I'm just going to take them all apart. It just makes it easier to show you on film here. Let me go up a little bit there. With the Octazord, again, in package, it actually was all white, super plain. Unfortunately, what happened was I did use some blue on the legs when I showed you these, and I was running out, so I was able to do this here. This is all freehand. I didn't use any tape on this one, so I just, very carefully, gingerly, I just, just kind of went and did the blue line. When I got to these up here, I had run out of that blue, so unfortunately I had to use a different blue. So that's why there's that contrast in blue there, as you can see. But I think it looks okay. It kind of works out because this is on the top half and that's the bottom half, so it is what it is, no big deal. One thing that I was going to do that I didn't was I was actually going to finish painting this all silver, but then I came into just thinking like, well, again, it's never really going to be seen, so I'm just going to leave it alone, because again, I'm at the point that I just want to finish it, and I just kind of wanted to do a video on it so I can show you guys. One thing that I did want to do was the Octazord was so boring. There was no detail there. So again, this was actually, I did use a little bit of tape on the sides because I kept trying to freehand it, but it was really hard. The green was actually really easy for his eyeballs, so that was actually done by hand, freehand. And then again, I just painted that all blue. And I, the big thing is for you guys that are starting out. I mean, I know you professionals already know, but whatchamacallit, toothpicks are awesome because they have they're wood, and for some reason they pick up paints really well. So if you're ever painting and you have to do detail, toothpicks are the way to go. So if you screw up, you just take the toothpick and you just rub it, and it'll actually pick up the paint. So the wood actually absorbs it, which is pretty cool. I didn't have to paint that green, but for some reason I did. I don't know. In terms of its target, I'm sorry, the chain gun, this was just strictly all red. And as you can see, I painted it. So I did the actual, the bullets would come out, or the lasers, whatever. I did those silver, and then I just did the inside gold, just as touch up. So there you go. So that's that. I don't remember why I did that green. I don't know. I just did, I guess. So anyway, so that's that. So this portion's actually done. Here, even though I didn't do it for the legs like I said that I wanted to, I did do it for the arms because the arms are a little bit more noticeable. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but the back half here, yeah, you can kind of see it here. The back half is actually painted. And actually you can probably see a little bit better there, how I did go a little over, as you can see there. So yeah, this was just white. It looked really stupid, and so I painted it black, so it just meshed a little bit better. And then this was, at first it seemed hard, so I was like, which way should I do it? So instead, first I did gold, all gold, and then I painted black over it, and it kept dirtying it because of, it's overpowering the black. So I said, you know what, let me do it backwards. So I kind of cleaned it off, and I went with all black first, and then carefully with, again, my thinnest brush, I just did the gold portion of it, and it came out pretty cool. I like it. It's a little messy, but I think it gives it a little bit more, again, that kind of battle hardened look. And then obviously these shouldn't have to be any color, but again, I did them silver just to kind of show that contrast. And I even did the back portion of it, even though I didn't have to, because you can't really see it when it's on display. Yeah, so again, maybe next thing I'll probably do someday is, I'll paint this maybe like an orange here, because that's supposed to be the discs. On this side here, obviously I would do this one blue, because again, it's supposed to be the disc or whatever. And that would probably be it. I mean, I don't really see any other thing to do. Oh, I know in the I believe it's the American toy, one of the claws is actually orange. That could have been done, but I actually like it the way it is like that. I think sometimes too much color can be bad, so I just kind of left it alone. So that's the other side there. So pretty cool. It was fun. I wish I had more time to paint, but it gets, now my schedule is really super hectic, and then still having a baby in the house, I can't just take 3 or 4 hours. The wife does work too, so we kind of have to take turns of who takes care of her, so I really don't have a day to myself anymore. So I'm glad I was able to finish this before I actually started working or whatever. And this I was actually finished over 6 weeks ago, but I just kept kind of putting it off because I did want to finish the paint application to it. So that's why until now I'm doing a whole bunch of Power Ranger videos. So I said, you know what, let me just shoot it now, and at least it gives anybody out there that thought of painting it an idea of how to go about it. So I hope that helps somebody out. That's pretty much it. Oh, one thing I did forget, yeah, this again, I did the Shiba clan. No big deal, that's just a little bit of silver there. And on the actual toy, this is supposed to be chrome, but I painted it once over and I didn't like the way it looked, so instead I changed it up. I just did the side of it on both sides. I did the silver there, and it's on the inside too. That's actually it. That's really it. So there you go, folks. So hopefully, if you were planning on doing one of these, you know, that gives you an idea. Now obviously you can paint it whichever color you feel like it. Obviously I took liberty of changing it up a little bit. So there you go. So again, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for the support. You guys take care. Peace. Later. Rate, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Peace.